And welcome back. Happy 4th of July. This is the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. We're vibing to the beat. It's a day where, guys, you're seeing crypto whales selling off. You're seeing Bitcoin whales go, I think I'm rich enough. I'm going to take my $1 billion and go somewhere else. That's what the Bitcoin billionaires are doing. Well, just one of them. One individual turned just a few $1,000s into $1 billion and took some profit today. Unbelievable story. Everybody's wondering, well, is this stuff still possible in crypto? Well, not with Bitcoin anymore. You're not going to turn a couple $1,000s into $1 billion with Bitcoin anymore. Even if it goes to 10 million bucks, right? I mean, that's still 100x. You make 100x on $1,000. Well, you get 100,000, not $1 billion. So difficult thing to see happen. And I'm not surprised to see somebody that turns a couple $1,000s into $1 billion taking profit today. Now, the whole market is in chaos. A couple of things are happening. The president sending out letters to other countries about tariffs. Those are mad. We like them. We love these. Happy 4th, everybody. These are big, beautiful tariffs, and we're going to rub it in your face. And you're going to, frankly, that's what's going on today. And the markets are like, what? Happy 4th. Why are you? Oh, man. Actually, S&P's doing pretty good. Bitcoin might not be liking the tariffs so much. I think the biggest reason Bitcoin's slipping today, well, there's two. One, just a lot of resistance up top. Okay, a lot of resistance for a new high. Okay. Secondly, on top of that, these Bitcoin whales selling is something that people get a little jittery about. Most the reason I think we're seeing a little bit of a move down for Bitcoin today is just simply resistance. Okay, resistance to the new high. I believe there's big new beautiful highs for coming, and the president actually spoke out a little bit about Bitcoin as well, basically saying it's competing with the dollar, and it's a good thing, which is wild, but that's real. That's happening. That's where we're at in the history of this asset class. Let's get into some of the news, guys. Let's start off with this one right here. Yes, the president is going to start notifying countries of tariffs up to 70%. This is happening Friday. Yeah, happy 4th of July. Or perhaps actually, you know what? As July 9th headline looms. Oh, I guess it's not this one. Okay. So, yeah, it's coming. The deadline's on the 9th. And then that Friday, I guess he's going to be pushing out the letters. Okay. And then, so they're either going to make deals or else. And so that could affect the regular market. That could affect the crypto market. Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, this is coming, guys. They've been trying to get these trade deals done, but there you go. The Treasury Secretary said around 100 partners would like to see minimum reciprocal rate of 10% come next week, saying that he expects a flurry of deals to materialize before the deadline. So basically, like, everybody's waiting the last minute. They're organizing their deals, and they might come to the table with it. Or they won't. They're going to get hit with tariffs. It's going to be a very negative news cycle. It's going to be some buying opportunities. And then they're going to come to the table with the negotiations. And if they don't, well, then everybody's going to suffer, right? Every country that doesn't negotiate with the president is going to suffer. The U.S. is going to suffer in some capacity, except the U.S. Probably won't suffer as much as probably some of those other countries with the trade partners. I'd say in the long run, it's a very interesting negotiation strategy right now the president's doing. I'm not an economist. I'm not a trade expert. I'm not a tariff expert. I'm just a guy on the internet. In fact, I'm not an expert on anything. I'm an expert on not being an expert. Okay. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but man, I love talking about this stuff because I think it's very interesting. I'm not so much into the politics, but I am into how the macroeconomic picture, things like tariffs, can affect these crypto markets. And so we continue to talk about them because they're extremely relevant in this space. So that is coming up. On top of it, you also have the president's big, beautiful bill passing in the Senate, which is something. And, I wanted to ask you guys this. So, does anybody know how the mega bill is going to affect crypto? If you don't, just Google it. They got a great AI tool, ChatGPT it. The real truth is that, even AI is not really saying that there's anything significant, right? There was a few things that were concerning crypto, but the mega bill did not include them. We had the unfair tax treatment that was potentially going to be included in the bill because the senator sent the limits. It wasn't. Exclude crypto lending agreements from taxation. That wasn't included either. Defer taxes on crypto and all these other. No, it was not included in the mega bill. So it really doesn't have a ton to do with crypto. So I don't know why people saying that it does, but I will tell you that just general sentiments of the market and how they react to news about these things tends to move the crypto market. And so, if it's looked at as a good thing, it could be good for the markets. If it's looked at as a bad thing, it could be bad for the markets. It tends to be, the news likes to say everything the president does is bad. That just seems to be how it goes for the most part. And so you have to figure out if something is truly positive or truly negative. I would say the Genius Act has certainly been looked at as a positive event, but there have been some negative headlines, right? The president has conflicts of interest. Yeah, okay. We know this. Put that aside. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's not. Put that aside. It's good for crypto, and that's all you need to know, right? So these are some things to keep in mind as we kind of continue in to some of the news for the day, and as we continue to assess people talking about, the big beautiful bill, right? It's a big beautiful bill, and Bitcoin could fall to 90K. Arthur Hayes is the BitMEX founder. Now, this individual has been putting out a lot of Bitcoin predictions over the last few years. And frankly, he's a Bitcoin bull, but he's talking about a potential dip to 90K. Now, this is something that we've explored as a possibility for Bitcoin, looking at support at 100K. We've tested back down to that recently, but we've also looked at levels as low as like 91, 92K. And so just take a peek right here and you'll see, got it. Right here, you'll see I've got some levels kind of drawn here. We've seen some bounces, some of these daily candle bounces. If you look at the weekly candles, let's look at the weekly candles. How are weekly candles looking? Yeah, some weekly candles kind of bouncing there. So 92 level is very possible, as well as maybe even 88. That's more so on the daily time frame that I was looking at the $88,000 level as we kind of rejected off here. So those are possibilities as we wait for the president to dish out some more tariffs, as we wait to see what the mega bill is going to do. Nobody has actually been able to explain to me anything about the mega bill. It's so funny. Everybody likes to say it's so good, it's so bad, but nobody really has a good explanation for what it is, because nobody wants to read the 945-page bill. And frankly, it doesn't affect me and you day in, day out too much. Okay, there are some things in there. I haven't looked into it. I don't really care. So much. What I do care about is the price action on Bitcoin. And really all I need to do is look at some key levels. In my mind, that's my opinion. That's what I do. You got to do your own research and figure out what you like. And by the way, how many times have I talked about XRP bouncing and rejecting off the $2.32 level? There it goes again yesterday. Rejecting $2.30. It's just a level that we're having a hard time passing for XRP. Doing a lot more XRP content. I think that XRP is here to stick around into the future. That being said, it is possible that it slips back down below $2 again. It's also possible for it to break past its previous highs at 340. Okay. And it might even happen in this cycle. There's a lot of things happening with XRP right now. They're getting a banking license. They're dropping their cross appeal. Maybe the case is going to be over. Maybe they're going to be a bank. There's a lot of good things going on for XRP, but fundamentally, technically, just struggling to get to $2.32. And so that's an eye chart for you that I've been looking at for trades. It's what I look at. So if you're doing some trading, guys, you could do some trading of your own, pick your own levels, pick your own coins, do your own research, and you could sign up for some of these affiliates. We have it in the comments in the description of this channel. So check that out. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on X, give us a repost, share the stream out. Happy 4th to you guys and your families today. I am feeling a lot better. I was sick earlier this week, but I'm still a stuffy nose guy. It's been crazy since Sunday night. I've been like, and see what I mean? You see what I mean? I'm in shambles over here. But Arthur Hayes thinks we can get down to 90K. I think it's possible. I think it's something we could see. could be big, beautiful dip. Okay, we might see it. So happy 4th to you, Legacy Legendsman. Marty in the chat says the Tariffs scares of creating multiple great buying and profiteering opportunities. Be smart. An NFA, absolutely. They're starting to. Hey, we got Oscar in the chat. How you doing, Oscar? All love to you, brother. Hope you're enjoying the holiday with the family, man. I'm happy to be streaming today, but truthfully, I'm excited to get out. I'm excited to get out and go sit by a pool, play with my daughter, play with my nieces and nephews. Not play some. I don't want to play wiffle ball today. I threw on my shoulder playing wiffle ball last day, swinging a bat. Weird, but I'm back. My body's good. Now we just got to get I was sick. I'm back though. I'm back. I'm feeling better. All right. I digress. I'm sorry, guys. I get a little excited. I get a little personal. I want to let you into the life of crypto kept a little bit. Sometimes chicken piccata. You know what I mean? This is the big story of the day. Gosh, I'm such a weirdo. This is a big story of the day. Someone bought 10,000 Bitcoin for $15,400 and hodled for 14 years and sold today for $1.1 billion. There's the transaction right there. Could you imagine? This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. Could you imagine buying $15,000 worth of magical internet money when it's meaningless, worthless? Nobody even knows about it. Nobody understands what it is. Everybody's laughing about it still. 99.9% of people never even heard of it. You buy $15,000 worth of it. That's 10,000 Bitcoin. And you hold it for 14 years. Don't sell a dime. 14 years. And then today, just when presidents are talking about it, just when the companies are buying it, just when the banks are getting into it, sells it. Honestly, what a genius. What a genius. Because let's be real here. We could go on and we could be like, well, this guy, man, what an idiot. He could have been holding this and turned that $1 billion. It's going to $1 million. It could be worth $10 billion. What a loser. Nobody would say. Who would say that, right? Who would in the right mind say? He's a billionaire. If the guy made $10 million, he's still a genius. If the guy made $5 million, he's still a genius. All you need to live a good life is a couple $1 million. 1 million, you could argue. I say $2 to $3 million. It's a magical number. It's a magical number. With $1.1 billion, you could change your entire village. You could change your state. You could probably change the results of who's in power here or there. You could do a lot of things with $1 billion. So the guy's a winner. He's got control over a lot more. He's got control over his life entirely. He's a billionaire now. And anybody that would kind of criticize a guy like this selling it, that would be insane to me. I applaud this guy. I'm jealous of this guy, obviously. Who doesn't? I mean, maybe you don't want to be a billionaire, but who doesn't want to make a ton of money in crypto like that? I mean, that's the grand prize right there. We've done very well in crypto, but not a billionaire over here. It's this is an unbelievable story, but it's not just this story today. You've got 14 other wallets like this that are moving funds around today. And so what's going on today, and it's part of the reason we're having this sell-off. I mean, most of the reason I think we're having this sell-off for Bitcoin today, frankly, is just because this is going to be a difficult thing. To take a new high is very intense, very difficult. We're rejecting off 110, 1, 2, 3 times. We came back down below this 109 level. Here we are moving back down. It's just a simple level of resistance, okay, that we're hitting before we get to a new high. And we've got tariffs going. That's the main reason we're going to dip in today. But part of the reason we're dipping today is certainly because these Bitcoin whales are dumping and putting sell pressure. Even when a whale sells $1 billion on a something $1 trillion market, it's not going to really cause a ton of sell pressure. What's really going to cause the sell pressure is just people's reactions to it, right? People's visceral reactions to the whales are selling. Maybe I'll sell a little bit too, and then it pumps, right, or something like that. We'll see what happens. But we want fireworks for Bitcoin on the 4th of July, but we're not really seeing that right now, and that's okay. Marty in the chat says, I'm willing to bet that wall was one of those. Hey, man, you still have that Bitcoin I gave you at your wedding 14 years ago? Huh. That's clever, man. Yeah, you might be onto something. Sorry, something weird happened on my screen over here. Yeah, you know what? You might be right. It might be just 10,000 Bitcoin. Maybe some guy gave some guy like 15,000 Bitcoin back in 14. You could be onto something there. John 3:16 says, man, a day like this, I'm on the beach chilling, touching sun and blue, clear Lake Superior. My guy, where are you at? What is that? Ohio? Is that what that is? Lake Superior? Is that Ohio, John? Is that where you're at? That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You got clear blue skies? I'm a little cloudy over here. A little cloudy, a little bit of sun poking through. I think it's going to clear up later today. It should be a beautiful day. Good weather. I'm wearing blue. I'm wearing like denim dad shorts. Look at these denim dad shorts right now. Yeah. Wear my denim dad shorts right now. Oh, you're in Canada. Oh, that's right. I forgot you were. Oh, you're Canadian. So you're not selling 4th of July, celebrating 4th of July, but you're just having a nice. Do you get? No, you're not getting do you get a holiday on 4th of July, John? That'd be wild to me if you did. I'd love it if you did. If you celebrate our independence, that'd be great. What's your 4th of July? Do you have a 4th of July up in Canada? It's not a 4th of July, obviously, but is there some kind of magical day up in Canada for that? Marty says, haven't gotten rain in Texas for like a year, and it's been nonstop the last 2 days. Very un-American of the weather. You know what you got to do? Embrace the rain, brother. Just go out in the rain and do some rain angels. You know what I mean? July 1st. Oh my gosh. Well, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's your Independence Day. Box Day. I don't know anything about it. I got to do some research. I think it was the guy who received 10,000 Bitcoin from the guy who bought the pizza. It could have been. Could have been the pizza guy. Wouldn't that be crazy? Everybody's trying to figure out who that was today. How's it going, Francisco Gabriel? Marty says, or Scott says, Marty in Hawaii, you get 200 inches of rain a year on the Big Island. We have plenty of rain. Well, Marty's like, take your rain back. Take your rain back, Scott. Take your rain back. How you doing, Francisco, down in Puerto Rico? How you doing down in Puerto Rico, Francisco? That's pretty solid. Not a bad day. Legacy in the chat, digging it. All right, guys. I got some other stories for you. We'll keep going. But yeah, Bitcoin whales, spooking the market. All good. All good. It's a spooky thing. Here's the Bitcoin price on the 4th of July. I think this is a fun one to always look at. 14 years ago, Bitcoin was $15. So this whale was buying somewhere around $15. Below $20, we can assume, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Became a billionaire. Bought Bitcoin at $15. I was getting into Bitcoin in 2016. I saw those prices. I was still a kid. I made some bad choices around these times. But, you know, get better over the years. These are still much lower prices, guys. These are all low prices compared to this price right here. And one day, this price is going to be a low price compared to what comes in 2030, 2040. Talking about $1 million Bitcoin in the future. Love this little graphic right here. Happy 4th to you and your families. Liquidations have been a little high lately. We had some long liquidations overnight. Probably because of tariffs. Probably because of the Bitcoin whales selling off. 160, call it 200 million worth of longs squeezed. And, you know, as I have been talking about the possibility of Bitcoin getting into an extended cycle, extending into 2026. Well, crypto analyst at Rec Capital says that there's a lot of talk about Bitcoin cycle extending into 2026. Like that darn crypto Kip says, who's not a financial advisor and doesn't give financial advice. I know I'm saying that a lot lately. There's a reason for it. There's a reason for it, guys. Couldn't post videos for 7 days, but we're back. And we intend to stay back. Traders should not throw away time-tested principles. This is what the crypto analyst at Rec Capital says. In other words, he's saying, fat chance the crypto bull cycle goes into 2026, guys. I say, nobody knows. But I am looking for an altcoin season. I've been expecting an altcoin season. I'm hoping for an altcoin season. I think Bitcoin wants to go higher. I know rate cuts are coming later this year. That's what we've seen. I know that Fed Chair Jerome Powell is stepping down in 2026, and whoever gets appointed by the president is going to probably listen to the president's advice if he appoints them, I'd imagine, and just do what he wants, which is to cut rates way down, bring the mortgages way down. And if we start cutting the rates, risk on assets can rally, okay? And if risk on assets rally, I don't know. I don't know. I'm cool if the bull market ends in 2025. I'm really cool if it keeps going. So just something to keep an eye on, guys, something to be aware of. And this is the biggest story of the day, though, okay? People are calling this Satoshi selling. It's not Satoshi selling. I don't know who it is. Nobody knows who it is. Sorry. I'm still a little sick. I'm getting better. Marty says, I have a friend from high school that took a 10K loan from his dad and spent it all on BTC at $5. He's doing very well. Haha, that's awesome. I'm sure he paid back his dad by now. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Each month that passes, some of my coins are going to be taxed in long-term capital gains, which means I have better returns. That's right. That's right. The longer you hold, the less taxes you got to pay. Hold it over 365 days, and you're in the proper tax category. Long-term capital gains is your friend. It is your friend. I mean, taxes aren't that friendly, but you got to pay them. That's for sure. So what the heck is Box Day, John? What is Box Day? Oh, I don't know. What? What does that have to do with independence? What is the 4th of July of Canada? Canada Day. July 1st. The anniversary of the Canadian Confederation was agreed. Wow, July, what a great month. There you go. So what, did you have like the whole week off then? That's really cool. I like that. I wonder how that works. Just threw out a Canadian. You're just throwing things against the wall, Marty. I like that. I appreciate that. I like that. I appreciate that. This is my hat. This is what I'm going to be sporting with the fam at these parties today. But the hat is very unprofessional. I'm very professional. I'm a very professional guy. Very professional over here. I got a professional blue shirt on. I'm very professional. Professionally bald. Professionally not a financial advisor. I am not. I never will be. I am not. I don't want to be. I'm a guy that talks about crypto news. That's what I am. Okay, what are our big gainers and losers for the day? Pudgy Penguins is up. Not a big Pudgy Penguins fan, but whatever. I know a lot of people are. I think the Pudgy Penguins are cute, right? What do we got? We got Uniswap's down. Oh, Uniswap's down pretty big today. Ethna, Arbitrum. What is ETH doing today? ETH's back below 2,500. The battle of 2,500. Unbelievable. Very difficult. Anybody got any good plans for the holiday? I've kind of gotten through all the news, guys. That's pretty much the news that I'm looking at for the day. I keep telling you guys about this $2.32 level for XRP. Eventually, we're going to, I don't know, looking at a maybe breakout August ahead of the September rate cuts. That could make sense to me for XRP. And I would imagine that maybe a lot of these altcoins are going to be the same. Here's Crow, still down below these levels. Big Dogecoin came down to my level at this blue trend line. There's Pepe. Oops. There's Pepe. I wouldn't be surprised if Pepe, there is a little bit of possibility that it could kind of bounce right here, right? But it could break back down to this kind of green trend line that I've been peeking at. Bitcoin dominance is still kind of climbing up right now. Let's see our total market cap today. Ooh, total market cap could end green. If it's the total market cap ends green, we might get a little bit of a altcoin boom. I just got to see what these tariffs happen over the next week. Next week's going to be very important, guys. Very important. Excuse me. Very important week. Very important week. By the way, if you guys don't have TradingView, this is TradingView. When I look at all these charts, we've got an affiliate link for TradingView. We've got a lot of affiliate links in the description. It's one way to support the channel. There's a lot of great tools in there. There's hardware wallets. There's exchanges. There's TradingView. Ways to protect your data. So check that out. What do we got over on YouTube right now? We only got 11 likes, guys. What is up? We need fireworks on that like button, y'all. Smash that like. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. Quiet chat today. Everybody's on holidays. So, hey, we did the stream. We had a good time. We got through the big news in the day. We talked about the charts. I love you guys. I'm going to let you go. Get to your families. Go be with your families, guys. Share the love with the families. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Canadian Independence from July 1st, John, as well. All you guys over there. All love to you guys. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA HODL. Do your own research, my friends. Check out some of the affiliates in the link description down below. If you want to check them out to support the channel, just go ahead and give her a gander. Until next time, guys. Have a great weekend. Peace.